Hey, Milk Tea, how you been? Yes, long time. How you doing? Hope all's good. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hanging in there, staying busy and out of trouble. You been busy? Hey, busy is good. Busy is good. Busy keeps you going, keeps you out of things you don't need to be in. It's the best remedy. It is the best remedy. I don't know why this thing is acting crazy today. That's good. If you're making things happen on your end, then that's a good thing. That's the best way. That's the best way. Hey, Paris, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Hope it's not too cold where you are. My nephew sent me a picture of all the snow out there. I was like, holy shit, no thank you. No thanks. Is it cold here? Not really. It's 58, I think. 58 degrees. Yeah, something like that. It's not that bad. It's nice inside, but not outside. It's kind of chilly, but to us, 58, 59, 60 is cold. Because we're used to oh, good. Oh, well, that's good, Paris. That's good. But yeah, he showed me the picture of like the mounds of snow on the side of the road. I was like, damn, hell no. No, thank you. But here it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Actually, let me check what the temperature is right now. It's actually 61. It's actually 61 right now. So that's not bad at all. I thought it was 58, but it's 61. I have like a temperature thing and it said 58 outside. It's saying 61 here, but on the weather thing, but that was at 8 something. So I don't know. Anyway, either way, it's nice. It's not that bad. Hey, Ninja. Yeah, it was crazy for them. He was saying that it was he showed the pictures of like all this snow everywhere, all over the place. He said they were outside in the snow and stuff. It's when you're from here in Bermuda, like it's you see snow and you go away or something. It's like a thing, We're like, yay, look at that, cool snow. But we don't want it here. Heck no. So that's good. We don't want it. You guys can have it. You guys can have it, not me. It hasn't been that cold. The coldest it's been so far is like 52. That was pretty cold. 48 degrees there. That's not bad. It's not bad from where you are. It's pretty good. I like when it's cold. I get to wear like jackets and hoodies and stuff and be all nice and cozy. It's nice. We don't need to put on the heater or anything like that or a fireplace. We don't do all that type of shit. Sometimes people do it, but not me. I don't have a fireplace anyway. Yeah, it's cold for people like in our where we live because we're used to like 70 and 80 and almost 90. So But this is usually the coldest month of the year for us anyway, which it has been. I've had a hoodie on every day of this month. Today I had a t-shirt on earlier, but now it's cold now. In my earlier life, I had a t-shirt on and I felt fine. But now it's like, okay, that's a little bit too nippy now. But it's cool. I love it. I love this temperature. I wish it was always like 60 degrees. I wish. I can't stand the heat. It's too damn hot. It's summertime here. Hey Aquarius, how you doing? What is so good? February is a good month. I guess YouTube must have had so many complaints about the little circle thing, the hard thing that you just press those things. Like now it doesn't affect the chat. I can see all the words now. It doesn't cut it off. They're so dumb. I don't know why they did that thing. Like they should put it up top with so that you won't have to worry about having or like extend the chat thing. They're kind of barbecue was good. My steak was good as usual. I had steak, rice, and mushrooms and onions, and I had like they're called guinea chicks. They're like a mini lobster. I had two of them left, and I chopped them up in pieces and put it in the actual rice and stuff. Hey Jessica, what's up, sweetie? Yeah, Paris, I did. I had a good birthday. It was nice and quiet. I just don't like it being on uh Tuesday. It was on a Tuesday this year, so it was on the 6th. Like you know that already, but having it on a Tuesday is annoying because like during the week it's like I couldn't have every when the weather was shitty. My dad went to like the hospital that morning. I was supposed to have my parents up here, so it was kind of I was kind of disappointed that I didn't spend it with them, but because my dad wasn't feeling too well. But now he's fine. But we're supposed to celebrate probably on next weekend. Next weekend we're all gonna go and because my nephew was sick all this week, so I told them that next weekend we'll go to brunch and celebrate my birthday again, but all together this time. But it was cool. My mom made a cake, and I had lobster. I gave my mom a lobster, and I had one. My sister had one, and then everybody else ate spare ribs, and we had cake. It was nice. I posted up on Instagram all the stuff that I made, mac and cheese and shit. It was pretty good. It was nice and quiet, like how I like it. You know, I don't really like parties and shit and all that type of stuff. But it was nice and quiet. But yeah, I'm gonna celebrate again. Marley coming to Bermuda, yeah. Her and Ilda were talking about it on the live earlier. Yeah, anybody's welcome here. You guys can always come. If you guys want to come to Bermuda anytime, just let me know ahead of time. I'll prepare a time for you guys. I'll take you around. I'll be a tour guide. I'll find you a place to stay. It's all good. I'll take care of you. I'll cook for you. Eat some lobsters. Yeah, yours is next Sunday. Cool. I wish mine was on Sunday, but unfortunately not. I remember a couple years ago, my birthday was on the Super Bowl. It was pretty cool. That was a nice birthday. I got to celebrate the Super Bowl and the my birthday at the same time. Yeah, gonna be a knock on my door. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Ninja, that's how I look at it. Mine's all month. The hell with it. You know, everybody always says they're coming here, but nobody comes here. They think they're gonna get lost in the you know. Probably because that person that was on there probably wanted it to be, I guess. Hey Oda, how are you, sweetheart? I saw you donated. You can ask your question when you're ready. And thank you. Yeah, probably because that's what he requested. I saw the first like 10 minutes, but then my nephew wanted to play pool in the games room and we had dinner. So it was kind of at a bad time for me. Saturday nights, I usually hang out with my nephews and have dinner and stuff. So if it was on Sunday, it'd be a lot better. I'm just chilling, but it's cool. I went there for the first couple minutes, said hello to everybody, and dipped. It wasn't even that long. I went back to go check, and it was only like an hour. I think that was probably the shortest one she's had. Yeah, I went to play. I had dinner. I played some pool, and then I logged on my phone, and then it was over. I was like, oh well. Um, okay, Oda, I'll check that out. Hmm. Well, she's gonna think that she used her this so-called illness and so-called problem she had in the wrong way, and she's upset about it. Like, but she's not exactly surprised because she knows what type of person she is, and she lives life with no fear, and she rushes into decisions, and she acts like nothing will happen wrong or whatever. So unfortunately, um, she's probably not going to be too upset because she already knows. I don't see her being angry or anything like that. I just think she thinks that it's a bad omen, like a bad thing that she did. Like she'll look at her in a bad way, but she won't like be surprised because she knows that she's probably done some shady shit like that before. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like this hat too. Did I watch the awards? No, I don't. No, I didn't watch those awards. I don't really watch all that type of stuff, Paris, but I saw previews of it um, and stuff like. I used to watch that stuff religiously, but I stopped watching all that stuff because that shit's all fixed. They just do whatever they want. They give awards to all the weirdos that don't deserve it, you know. But yeah, Celine is she's a legend, though. Especially like when your artist doesn't win shit, you're kind of mad. Hey Dan, what's up, bro? How you doing? So yeah, Oda, I don't think that the mother's gonna be so surprised about it. She'll probably be kind of upset at first. She'll think that it's bad on her part, like you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me just check something about that. I got the exact same cards. Like I don't even. I mean, I think that the mother, like, I think that her mom knows what the daughter's capable of and has difficulty like dealing with her. So, like, I'm trying to find out if she actually knows about it. Like, see, I don't think she knows. I don't think she knows that she refused to pay those bills and ended up talking about her having being sick so she doesn't have to pay him or whatever. Like, I don't think the mother knows, and I think that she has a feeling like something went down, but anyway, she'll probably knows if you tell her. Like, I feel like the mother has difficulty in understanding her own daughter and why she, causes conflict, and I think that they have like a somewhat hostile, like talk sometimes, like they go at each other or things like that. Yeah, see, there you go. So, and I think that they go at it a lot, like they go at each other. Yeah, I love that t-shirt color. That shirt that I wore earlier, I love that color, but it's hard to find stuff like that color. Like I want to get like a hoodie that color or like a hat that color, but it's hard to find that color, like that deep turquoise. I'm starting to like that color a lot, but I gotta find some stuff. Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that the mother won't be surprised if she finds out that she did that, because if she like find if when she does know the truth, she's not going to be surprised. She's going to be like, "Yep, I'm not surprised because she does dumb shit all the time." You see what I'm saying? So like, if she's going to be like, "I'm not surprised because she's fucking crazy." And if I say something to her, I don't want to argue with her because we're going to go back and forth and she's hostile. So it's almost like the mother is like, you know what? I know this crazy bitch, and I don't even want to deal with him. And like I saw earlier that the mother was wondering why she was, where she was getting this money and why she was looking all, different and acting the way she was. Like I said, she didn't. I don't think she covered it up very well. You know, and I think that's why the mother and her went at it, because she didn't cover her ways. Because I got the same card I got earlier about her like being excessive and buying things, and then the mother's like, "How the fuck can you afford that? You've been crying about money. You've been doing it. How the fuck you get that?" Well, like we always say, and like I always say, all because you're an Aquarius doesn't mean you're smart. You know, there's a lot of dumbass. There's a lot of people that are a zodiac sign that's supposed to be smart, but you forget people have dumb in their chart and in their fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth house of dumbass and jackass. That's what I tell people. All because you're a certain sign doesn't mean you're all the same. It all depends on what you have in your chart. And a lot of people have ADHD, whatever fucking shit in your chart, stupid in your chart. People have dumb in their chart. People have a lot of things in their chart and in their houses. So all because they're an Aquarius doesn't mean that they're like us. You know, I try to explain that to a lot of people that I don't really, you say that every single Aquarius is this or every Aries woman is a bitch. And I don't, that's impossible. It's just like how I don't believe Jesus was born on December 25th and he's a Capricorn. That can't be, you know. I don't believe that either. I don't think he was born on the 25th of December. According to the Bible, he wasn't. So Lord only knows. I think Jesus' birthday was February 6th. That's what I think. But yeah, Harmona, I don't see anything. But then again, if Jesus was a Capricorn, uh, he was one of the good ones. I don't know too many male Capricorn people that I like. you know. But one thing I can say for sure is all the Aquarius women that come in here, I get along with. All of them. I don't have no Aquarius woman in that comes in my room that I'm like, oh God, look at this dumb bitch. I have nothing bad to say about the Aquarius women in my life. So it's good. I have a few in here right now. See, I got Paris, Yoda, Age of Aquarius, Amanda that comes in here. She's an Aquarius. I'm cool with all the Aquarius women. We're all good. Ninja. How can I forget my little ninja? Oh my God. All my Aquarius women friends. Yeah, it is true. I mean, I'm joking about it, but it is true. It depends on what you have in your chart. Milk tea. Any zodiacs I don't like. Yeah, I don't like Capricorn men, and I don't like Leo men. Some of them. Most likely Capricorn men I don't like. I've had some problems with Leo men, but my buddy Dan in here, he's cool. He doesn't rub me the wrong way. He's actually funny and cool, and I don't have nothing bad to say about him. It all depends, like, cause some Leo men that I met, they're all like idiots, and they have like, they think their shit don't stink, and they just say stupid shit that aggravates you. So, hey Esmeralda, how are you, sweetheart? How you been? So like, that's just it. Dan's cool. And I have an Aquarius friend, my buddy Tom Bell. He's on I have him on Facebook. He's a good friend. He's a friend of mine too. We used to always hang out in the chats, and he was cool. Like, I don't have nothing against him or any of my other Capricorn. My mom's a Capricorn, and she's not like these other Capricorn crazy ass people. And then my friend Juanita that comes in here, she's a Capricorn and she's fun. She's perfectly fine. She's the nicest person ever. So like I don't really judge people by their sign. I judge them by their character and how they act. It's all about your actions, and that's the thing. Sometimes, and Jessica's an Aquarius too. Shit, I forgot. Yeah, see all these Aquarius women in here. Shit, there's tons of you. But I think it always boils down to like who you are and your upbringing and things like that. Like I know like Marley's a Scorpio, right? And we get along. Now there's another Scorpio woman that I can't stand. She's such a snobby bitch, but Marley is totally different, you know? So it's like you can't really expect every sign to be the same. That's impossible. So that's the issue, That's the problem. Is people have things in their chart that make them different, or it's their upbringing, or the way they act, or the way they are, or how they live their lives, or that type of thing. It's just a pain in the ass. You're okay? Good to hear. I see you just donated. Let me just check. Yeah, exactly, Milk Tea. I mean, everybody used to tease me about Aries women and how they were always in my life all the time. And some of my exes are Aries women, and Sagittarius women are like my ex recent girlfriends. And I'm always dating fire sign women. Um, so like they would tease me about it. And then I would say I'm never going to date an Aries woman ever again because all of them are, bitches and I don't care about them. And I used to be all mad and shit. And then I met some really nice Aries women. So I'm like, you sure you're an Aries? And they're like, yeah, Mark, yeah, I'm an Aries. And I'm like, oh, you must not have dumb in your chart then. You got nice in your chart. Okay, cool. You're a nice Aries. Okay, good. So like I would tease everybody about shit like that, but you know, it's just the way it is. People are just people. I don't really. That's why you never hear me really say too many times, "Oh, a fire sign's coming in your life," or "Oh, I got this sign in the cards." I hardly ever say it. You know. All right, Esmeralda, you said been good through a lot. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I, I hope your mom gets better, and I hope she's not going through no serious pain. I hope everybody, let's pray for Esmeralda's mom. Um, she's going through some hard times and going through some cancer. She's dying from cancer, she says. Sorry to hear that, sweetheart. That's rough. Rudy, how you doing? You're not having a good weekend. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, you came to the right place. We're here to cheer you up and bring positive energy. And everybody in here will pray for you and hopefully everything gets better. Just believe that God has a plan and God will make it better. In the meantime, Marky will be here for you and everybody. Yeah, that's rough. I dread the day that I see my parents, like that. My dad's 80 and my mom's 78. And on my birthday on Tuesday, my dad went to the hospital because he had kidney problems. But now he's okay, thank God. And I prayed like a mofo the whole time. And now he's all right. So I know cancer's tough. A lot of people in my life have died from cancer, and I know there's nothing you can do about it. Um, one of my great friends, Sue, that used to come in here, she died from cancer. She was 38 years old. Died too young, too soon. She beat cancer once, and then it came back again, and she passed away. It was dreadful for me. It hurt every time I talk about it. Like I want to cry because I saw her in here every day for like 4 years straight, and it's not. I knew her for like 4 years, but she was coming in here. She was in here every day. So knowing the fact that she was in here every day and then passed away from cancer was pretty tough for me and for a lot of people in here who know her and miss her and knew her. You know, but at least your mom's still alive and still has hope. So I know it's difficult, but just try your best to know that whatever the case may be, you just do whatever you can for her now, and just be with her as much as you can. And just know that if she does go and when she does, because one thing that's guaranteed in life is death. And we're all gonna die. And we're all gonna be a spirit and we all can hang out again. So even when she goes, just know that she'll be with you in spirit. All right, so Esmeralda, what I'm getting here for you is you're expecting difficulties and changes. You're awaiting, what's going to happen with your mom. You're anticipating the worst, rightfully so. Um, I know that you probably are struggling and currently, and just have the discipline and have the, the mindset to know that these things happen for a reason. It's life. I know it's easier said than done. Um, I feel like work is going to be good for you. Um, and is good for you. I feel like work might be supportive of you being in this situation. Like if you're working and you need time off to help your mom, I feel like your job will be supportive of that. If that's what you're wondering, you might have like a support system at work where they'll be like, "Hey, look, we understand. We understand what you're dealing with. Go deal with what you have to deal with and do what you have to do." So that's the positive thing here is your job is supportive. And yeah, good. I'm glad you said yay. Yeah, they are supportive. Okay, cool. Good. That's gonna stay that way and they'll be fine. Um, and I feel like also like, you're fearing the worst, obviously. But be loyal, be faithful to, the situation, to your mom. At the end of the day, this is a short-lived thing. It'll come and go, and then obviously there's no gain out of it. But what you can do is show your love, show your support, show your just know that life is imperfect, and just be happy and think about the good times and be with her as much as you can. Be productive, make your mom feel good as much as you can, whatever the case may be. And just know that God's got your back. He's going to give you that love and that support your way. He's going to help you as much as he can. Tell me something. Is your dad alive? He is. Okay. Because I see like a man around her, so he might be right next to her side if that's the case. Because spirit's saying there's a man around her. So if he is with her, then fine. If it isn't, then it could be like a man in spirit, like her dad or something like that, or brother. Could be that too. Yeah. I feel like she's gonna fight her way through. She's gonna keep fighting and like, obviously I don't predict anything, you know, about, death and things like that, nor would I ever, because that's not on me. That's not for me to do. But I'm getting like spirit in my ear saying that she's gonna be okay for a little while longer. She's not gonna like she's fighting as far as I know, as far as I can hear. Like she's fighting her way through it. She seems like a tough lady. Like I can see a man with a mustache around her. So if this isn't like her husband, this might be like her dad or like brother in spirit or somebody. Like I see a guy with a mustache. Yeah, I can get that. I get that she's very strong. Spirit tells me that she ain't giving up. Like she's fighting. That's good. I'm glad she's fighting. Cancer can be beat. That's the thing. Like, people don't realize that it's all in you. Like a lot of times you can fight it with like natural things. Like, and that's what people don't understand. But sometimes, there's certain things you just can't fight death sometimes. It's inevitable. Unfortunately, we're all gonna, you know, it's all like people don't like to admit it, but it's just the way it is. You know? Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, it's aggressive. Yeah. Oh, she's in a hospice now. No wonder. Yeah, because I could see like a man around her, and like there's an energy where she's just there. You know. So tell me something. Does your dad visit her, like at the hospice? And does he have a mustache? 'Cause I'm trying to figure out who this person is talking to me. Because like the guy with the mustache, he's just showing me things. He's not really saying anything. Because if he's alive, because you're saying he's still alive, so this guy can't be him, might not be him. Yeah, maybe my grandpa also passed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this guy's showing me. It must be her dad then. Yeah. So if your dad don't have a mustache, then this is the guy in spirit. Then that's what I wanted to clarify. Yeah. Yeah, I can see a man around her in spirit. Then this is the man in spirit. Then a guy with the mustache. And then there's like another lady, and she said that she passed away from like a heart attack or a stroke. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah, okay. So your dad don't even deal with her, but he does have a mustache. That's interesting. Hmm. See, maybe this guy doesn't like him. And said the guy with the mustache. Hmm. Spirits crazy sometimes. They say they show me things, and then it's like, hmm, okay, that's interesting. So maybe they're mad at the man with the mustache. That's interesting. The spirit was kind of like interfering there for a minute and was telling me something about a guy with a mustache and showed me a guy with a mustache. That's why I asked. I was kind of confused on what was going on. So they must be upset that your dad doesn't give a shit about your mom. That's probably what it is. And that's why I get like the heartache. Like they must be upset about it or something. Well, that's life, you know. Sad. I swear I feel like I hear things like this like all the time. No wonder. Yeah, that makes sense now, Esmeralda. That definitely makes sense because that's why, like I asked, I don't want to bring it up, you know, because I don't mean to bring it up, but I'm trying to figure out what they were talking about because they showed me a guy with a mustache, and then like there's another guy that said some bad shit about him, and then they went like this, like so. I'm thinking they had a heart attack or something. But what it is, they're heartbroken that this all this shit's happened. So I'm kind of like figuring out what they're trying to tell me. Yeah. Well, there you go. They're kind of pissed at him because he doesn't give a shit. Like, no problem, sweetheart. I just try and help your mom as much as you can. And she's a tough cookie and she was a tough woman. So she'll be, just fighting her way through. But I feel like her parents are there with her, because an older man came through and I know it's not your dad. No, it's him. It's your grandfather, her dad, and mom is definitely there helping her. So that's good. And obviously help her as much as you can, just comfort her. Rudy, I see you donated, sweetheart. You can go ahead and ask your questions when you're ready. Another thing I see, Esmeralda, is something about like a handkerchief or something like they're wiping. Like I don't know if you have to wipe her face or something or her nose or something. Like I feel like she has like I don't know if she has allergies or something or a runny nose or like have to wipe her face or something with a handkerchief or something. They were saying. I'm trying to figure out what the heck they're telling me, but it's very faint. But you know what I see is a lot of white. Like I see like a lot of white, like a handkerchief, like a white handkerchief, and wiping her nose, something like that. A bleeding nose. Oh shit. Yeah, because they say wiping her nose or something like that, or wiping her face with a handkerchief or something, or paper, white, something white. But I see a lot of white. Like I don't know if like she's in like a bed that has like a white sheet, white covers, like a white bed type of thing, or white, like, I get like a, but when I see like a white area, it just means that she's being protected, even if it's not white, like, Yeah, she does. Her covers are white. Yeah. Like I can see everything white around her, which is good though. That's a good thing. When I see white around somebody, like in spirit shows me like, oh, the white like covers in bed, that means that, like, it's like a protection thing to me. Like, 'cause they're showing me that they're there, and like somebody wiping her nose or face with a white handkerchief. But I didn't see no blood though. Like they don't show me those type of things. Like I see the gesture of wiping her face. Like spirit shows me her face being wiped, right? With a white like handkerchief looking thing, or a paper towel or whatever. And then it's got like white covers. And I can see like your mom in the bed. Like, so they're there. So they just describe where it is, what's going on. So you just confirm that her covers are white. So yeah, that's good. I'm glad that they're there, I'm glad that they're helping her. Cause like people don't understand, like spirit can actually like do that shit. Like they can actually help her when nobody's around, you know, because that person's being taken over. That person has no power anymore. They can't like, they're in like a delusional state of mind where if they see their parents in spirit come to them and wipe their face with a Kleenex or a handkerchief or something, like they don't know no different. They're in a state of mind where they're just, that shit. And like people don't understand that shit actually exists and happens. Like, you know, like I know people kind of get freaked out over things like that, but like they're showing me, like her parents are showing me like them wiping her face. Like, and I was wondering what they were doing. It's like they take care of her when nobody else does. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people find that hard to believe, but I know it happens. Like, I believe it, so that's what that matters. But yeah. Or they could be showing me like, you doing it, or a nurse doing it, or somebody doing it. But I actually see them doing it. But they're there, Esmeralda, your grandparents are there helping her. But they're like, it's almost like they're upset because there's like nobody, like, like your dad wasn't there, and talking shit about him or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. Your grandparents are there. That's a good thing. You're there. So just do your best to help, and you're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. See that? You come see Marky and everything's all right. See, I'll make you feel better. Just know your mom's being taken care of, sweetheart. You're good. She's a strong woman. All right, Rudy, you said, what does spirit want me to know? Everything is coming down. I don't know why since Friday. Sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Just remember, life isn't perfect. We always have those things where shit happens. Wednesday, uh, birthday was Tuesday, and on Monday, my car started acting crazy. My power steering went. Then I drove my car for another day and it wasn't that great. Then I called the place. They said Thursday. Then Wednesday they took the car. I had to drive it there. I was like saying, "Fuck, what else is gonna fucking happen to me?" Like fucking old times. I need my car. Like then I had to take it down there on Wednesday. Then yesterday they said it might be ready and it wasn't ready. Now I have to wait till Monday because they're closed today and tomorrow. So it's like, there's always some bullshit. Life is never going to be perfect. So you have to just keep, like telling yourself it's going to be okay. I have my health, I have a place to live, I got food on my table, shit like that. Like start to like when things go bad and things crumbles down and things go shitty, just start, try and dwell on the positive things. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, but that's my suggestion. Like that's what keeps me going. I always like, dwell on the positive things. But I know it can be very frustrating. All right. I try to be. I try to be the best for everybody. I try to be the best for you guys, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I try to be the best for you guys and the best for myself and best for everybody. I always try my best at least. I want everybody to be happy and dwell on the positive things. I know how difficult it is, but that's how I get through my day. All right, what Spirit's telling me for you, Rudy, is um, just be very discreet about what's going on with your life to other people. Try not to say too much. Don't dwell on what you can have and what you don't have. Um, Try to like go outside into nature and just go for a walk and relax and get try to feel better. Be very cautious about how you explore certain things or deal with certain things. Um, just know that you're sheltered. Like you're like when you go around, when you do things, spirits got your back. Like they're trying to help you, even though I know you're going through some difficult times. I do see like a man gonna help you. There is a man that's gonna come, that's around you, that's gonna help you. Um, this person's responsible and professional and a business person, and they're very considerate and generous. Um, I feel like there's like an untrustworthy woman around you as well. There's some woman around you that you can't trust. Like this person, you're probably suspicious about them, where they leave you in suspense, wondering about when or how or what. This person also could be like neglecting you at the moment, or you just fear like dealing with them because you know they're lying, or you know you can't trust them, or you just know they're just about false shit all the time. So if like things crumble the way, if things are like the way they are because of a woman, then that's probably why, because this woman is like, not a good person. um I keep getting like the message here is to be very discreet. Try not to put your business out there. Like if you're talking to somebody like on a regular basis, especially if it's a woman, like try not to tell like your women friends or a woman in your life that about what you're doing and what your goals are, where you're going, how you're doing this, how you're doing that. Like try not to like say too much to any women that you know, um, because I'm getting that Like you yourself, you might be living in denial, or you might be just super cautious about things. But being cautious and living in denial is one thing, but being discreet is another. Like you have to withdraw from saying too much or like telling people your business if you are. Like I don't know if this is happening to you, but like maybe it's because you're putting yourself out there too much, or you're getting like, or you're telling somebody in particular what you're doing, and that person's like making sure that you're not getting what you want. So like spirit saying that you got to be more discreet on what you say, how you say it, gain more knowledge so you can make things happen. Like be very vigilant, and you know you gotta save save your like some of your words for yourself and not really publicize things. I don't know if you go on social media and say, "Hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing that," or "I want to do this and I want to do that." Like certain things like that can hold you back. Yeah, if this coworker you're telling them things, don't tell them nothing anymore. Just try and get away from them and not talk to them about your life, or they're trying to like get you. So if this coworker is a woman, then this person can't be trusted. They're very, suspicious, and they will make sure like they're gonna make something happen to you. Like they're trying their best to make it worse for you. So try to be very discreet when you talk to this person. Absolutely, Aquarius. You have to be the best version of yourself for sure. I agree. Like if you're trying to accomplish, things, I know you're trying to accomplish a lot of things. And I know you're trying to accomplish your goals and things like that, but try to keep that all to yourself. The less you say, the less problems you encounter. The more you say, the more you're gonna more attention you're gonna attract to yourself. I don't know if you're doing that, but if you are, now's the day to stop. Just like try and be discreet. I got discreet twice here, in the cards of what spirit's trying to tell me. When I see discretion and being cautious twice, then I'm going to emphasize, those things to you. Like sometimes we get excited, or we have a plan, or we just talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? What you up to? What are you doing now?" We don't even say anything at all. If anybody asks you what you're up to, then you don't have to lie, but you can just say, yeah, everything's fine, yeah, I'm just working, yeah, keep it all to yourself. And they're reminding you that you have to do that, or else it's going to get worse. But there is like a bad woman around you that's very false and very, you know untrustworthy. So make sure you don't say anything to her at all about your life. Or I mean, I know you, if you work with them, you obviously have to deal with them through work, but don't bring your personal life, to that person, or even try to. Even work stuff, just try to avoid them as much as you can. That's the only negative thing I see around you, is a negative woman. And this person could be like older than you, and they might have like brown hair, but they're a pain in the ass. I don't see nothing good from this woman. No bueno. But it looks like a man will help you out. A man's like going to be significant in the next few days and will help you with whatever you need. Might have some male friends that will help you, or a male that will help you. If you have male coworkers, there might be a male boss or a coworker that is genuine, and he'll like, you can tell him things and he'll be able to help you. He's considerate and kind and generous, so might be him. That's what they want you to know, is you can depend on a male, but you can't depend on this female. Like, I see you disappointed about a lot of things, that's for sure. I see you being disappointed. But if you're following your old ways and you're continuing to be doing the same shit over and over and not getting ahead, then this is pretty much something that is going to affect change. Like, if you live somewhere right now where you don't want to be, that can also be affecting your energy. Like, you might be living somewhere and be like, fuck, I wish I could move. Or every time I come home, I see the same shit. Maybe I need to revamp things or reorganize something, or things like that. You almost got evicted. Yeah, see, I just pretty much said that you might not be happy where you live. So that's another thing. You're disappointed because of that. That's sorry to hear that. A lot of women are jealous of another woman because of their success or how they look. It's either one or the other. All the women that I know, they always say, "Oh yeah, look at that bitch. She thinks she's all that because she's got this and she's got that or whatever." Or unfortunately, women are that way. They don't empower themselves or others. A lot of women like have that problem. It's always like, judging each other, jealous of each other, of how they look, how they act, how they wear things. I just finished telling somebody that in the last private reading I did for someone. I said that, there's a lot of women around you that don't like you because you dress a certain way, you carry yourself a way, and they're jealous of that. So that's always going to be the case, unfortunately, with a lot of women. Men are the same way. You know, a lot of guys, they'll look me up and down and be like, this guy always, has this or has that or wears this or wears that. I watch him, I see him, but I don't care. I give him more to hate on. That's what you should do too. Go look your best. Fuck 'em. Yeah, I mean, I think that from what you're telling me and what I see in the cards, Rudy, is this. The only way you're going to be happy is if you start making adjustments and you start doing things that you need to be doing. So I do see that where you're living, you're not happy. And if you keep following your old ways, it's not going to change. You have to do something new. You have to make things better. You have to change things. You have to complete the tasks that you start. You can't just start something and then not do it. You got to follow through with it. And if you don't, you're going to be brokenhearted and it's not going to go your way. And I know it's easier said than done. Right now, you might feel let down. You might feel you got bad luck. You might feel like things aren't going your way. Ninja, you haven't told me about the how did it go tonight? Did you enjoy the podcast? How was it? Anything interesting? Well, good night, Ninja. Hope you had a good night. I know you're the other famous mod. I missed you guys tonight. I wanted to stay in there, but you know, yeah, it was fun. That's good. I'm glad you had fun. All right, cool. So yeah, Rudy. I feel like a lot of it's also to do with your mentality and how uh, you have to carry yourself and what you need to do. Like I said, being discreet and being cautious and making sure that you have the right things to do and do it right. Yeah, I missed you guys too. I missed talking shit with Tony and Star and everybody. But it's like that sometimes. You know, I saw my old buddies in there. As you noticed, they didn't say nothing to me. Like, oh fuck, Mark's here. This fucker. But like I said, I support Star, Tony, and you, and I don't care who else that I don't like in there. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm there, I'm supporting Star and you and Tony, and that's who I'm there for. And other people in there that I love and care about too. Um, but yeah, everyone else is irrelevant. So yeah, Rudy, I don't know what more else I can say here, but I feel like a lot of it is you following your old ways. It's time to like get out of the certain ways that you deal with, get out of the certain, get out of that funk that you're in and try and make things better. Like the only person that's going to be able to make it better is you. You have to like, make it better. I feel like you're going through a bad luck phase. I can see that. But I feel like if you want help, I think I told you this last time. I feel like if you want, you know, help, you can receive help. It's just a matter of, it's sometimes it's hard to ask for help, but I feel like if you asked, the person you asked will be like genuine enough to like, help you because they know who you are, you know? Yeah, exactly. It starts with the discipline and the discretion of, sometimes the only way to get better is to be discreet and withdraw from everything and just like focus on yourself and just like make a plan and say, hey, going forward, I have to be disciplined with my finances. I have to make sure I spend money only on things that I need and not what I want. Um, at the end of the day, I know things are rough and things are that way, but you have to take accountability for your actions and take accountability for the things that you've made a mistake in and just like move forward from there and just say, hey, I know what I have to do. Like, I got to stop bullshit. I got to stop doing this. I have to start doing that. And I got to do this, like like get a piece of paper and a notepad and just write all the things that you need to do and start crossing them all off as you do them. Maybe that'll like make your goals better. And if you've already done that, then that's great. But you can continue to be positive and go after your goals. That's great. But saying it and not doing it is one thing, and doing it and actually, making it happen is another. So a lot of this depends on you and how you look at it and where you go from now. So you've been through a little rough patch here. So now you have to analyze it and say, okay, I really, really need to do this right now. So you have to make the most important step your next step. That's my advice and my suggestion to you is make your next step your best step. Like you got to take care of the most important thing in your life right now, whether it's that, money or work or yourself. You got to make like that choice. You have to make that choice and deal with one thing at a time and make your next choice the best choice. So that reflects on the next choice and the next episode and the next thing you do or the next thing you say or whatever you want to accomplish. It all can be done. You just have to like put your mind to it. Yeah. That's the main goal, is to do that. That's the only way that things are gonna work, is if you actually take the initiative to analyze it all and be positive about it and make the next move your best move. So right now, you just got to say, okay, what do I need the most here? Out of everything I'm dealing with, what do I need to deal with the most? What's the first thing I got to do? And then actually do it. And then once you start accomplishing all of that, life will get better because spirit sees that you're serious. The universe is going to turn your way. And then you're going to come in here and say, hey, Mark, guess what? All this good shit's happening to me now. I can't believe it. All I had to do was actually get off my ass and do it. Or, I finally got a break. I actually did this and I benefited off of it. So really it just boils down to you and what you really want to do next. But I would say go for the biggest thing, and work your way through it. It's difficult, I know. Sometimes I feel the same way. I'm like, well, I really want to do this right now, but I know I can't because I have to wait for that and that and that. Sometimes I wish I can just say, you know what? Fuck that car. I don't care. You guys can sell it for parts and I'm going to go buy a new one. That would be the easiest way out, right? But then I said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to wait till it gets fixed and I can be patient. And in the meantime, I'm going to, do all these things I need to be doing. And that's what I did these past few days. My car wasn't available, so I was home. So I started cleaning my apartment, making adjustments to my apartment, cleaning this, getting rid of that, trash this, clean that. I did like a complete declutter this week since my car's been in the shop. I didn't want to, but I Spirit said, okay, we're gonna fuck your car up right now, and you're gonna stay your ass home and do all the things you need to be doing at home. And that's how it goes sometimes. That's why bad things happen, because you're not doing the right thing. When bad things happen, it's because you're not doing the right thing, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So take this as like, take this episode that you're going through as a wake up call to say, hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, Rudy. You need to be doing this. You see what I'm saying? And that's why like things are happening to you, because that's what spirit does. Spirit makes sure that they fuck something up for you so they can make something better, because you're not paying attention or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's their way of saying, hey, look, this just happened to you, that just happened to you. What more signs do you need to get, your ass in gear? Like, what more do you want us to show you to make you realize that you're not supposed to do this or you're supposed to be doing that? And that's how it works. And that's what I suggest you do, you know, because you already know you have the help of spirit around you. You have your sister, you know, your family. You have all of them in spirit. They all are helping you. It's just that you have to help yourself now. Now that things are happening in a negative way, it's because you have to do things in a more positive way, or you have to take that negative, you know, things that happen and say, okay, well, now that this happened, now I know what I have to do. I already have to do this next, you know. Right, exactly. And because that's happening right now, Rudy, is because, you know, right. And you're right about that. The devil doesn't want you to. It's because, and the reason why is because your faith in yourself is not high enough. Like you probably don't, you're probably living in denial saying, I can't do that. And how am I going to do this? And where the hell am I going to get the money for that? But if you keep saying that, the devil's like, she has no confidence. She has no self. She's living in denial. She's giving up. You know, we're going to get her. Come on, she's almost ours. But you got to say, no, no, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to make shit happen. I'm going to find a fucking way right now. I'm going to go see who my real fucking friends are. Or I'm going to see if I really can get this job. I'm going to see if I really can get this place. Or I'm going to see how much money I can save if I do this and do that. What do I need? What do I want? So you're right. The devil doesn't want you to go up. The devil doesn't want me to be here right now. If he had a choice, he'd pull my electricity plug so I won't be here talking to you. But that ain't gonna happen. Like I always say, not today, Satan. Not today. So really it depends on you, you know? It depends on you and it depends on your mentality and where you go from now. You have to make that adjustment. It's now or never. It's now or never. Please hold me tight. I'm not a singer. That song came in my brain. Like I feel like in the next couple of days, you know, you're gonna be happier, but I still see that you're overcoming all the bullshit. You're gonna keep overcoming everything. Um, just trying not to make the same mistakes and trying not to feel like you know everything is against you or you have too many differences. You know, but I see like family help. I see that I feel like Hammy, family can help you. Like I keep getting that. I keep getting that. You know, your close, good family can help you with whatever you need because of your reputation, because you have support from you know people around you. They can help you. Um, I feel like they will help you, but and I feel like you will reverse this bad trend into a good trend. I feel like you'll overcome all these things in the next week or so. But try not to dispute with yourself. Like try not to like put yourself like in a predicament where you know you feel like oh I've lost too much now. You know I'm not perfect. Like you know I have this opposition against me and I don't know what to do. I don't know who's telling me the truth. I don't know who's lying. You know, I don't even know what the fuck the truth is. How am I going to get through this? Like, I feel like you expect too much difficulties. And if you expect too much difficulties, then it's going to be that way. You have to expect blessings, you know? You feel a little better, you should, because it's not all that bad. It's not. You can make it happen. You just have to do it. Don't give up. Like, you know, you're still young, you're smart. You have the plan all laid out in your mind, but you just have to execute it. You have to make it happen. You know, sometimes we have to like, settle our pride aside and just say, hey, look, I need help. I can't do it on my own. Like, I need help. And let me tell you, if you all didn't come in here and help me figure out who I am and figure out, things, and I wouldn't be who I am. So we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly why I'm here today, because if it wasn't for everybody supporting me, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be watching TV, and not helping anybody and not caring about anybody. But that's why don't be afraid to ask for help. Just go for it. Even if it's help from God, it's better than any help. Your grandma is the only one that helps you. Yeah. Well, at least you have somebody helping you. And it's a family member, like I see, I feel like a person will help you. So if you get that help, that's good. Some help is better than no help. Some people don't have no help at all and they're screwed in there and they don't know what they're going to do. That's why you see so many people like helping people now, you know? Yeah, just accept it, it's it's not hard. It's meant to accept. You're meant to accept the blessings. You're meant to get helped. I'm the type of person I don't like to ask people for help because usually when I do, that same person's gonna ask for double the help back. And then I'm gonna be like, look, I asked you for this much, and now you're asking me for that much. Like, come on now. You just did me a little favor. I'm not doing all this shit for you back. So like that's how my life has been. I feel like I'm always doing more for them than they do for me. And then I said, you know what? But that's how I am. I don't need a whole pile of favors from people because I do shit myself. I don't really expect people to help me. But if they do, I bless them, or I feel like I'm blessed because they actually helped me for once. When I actually get blessed by someone, I feel like it's a miracle because I'm always the one who's blessing everybody. That's how I feel every day. I feel like when am I gonna get something decent happen for me? Who the fuck's gonna give me something? Like last night, my nephew bought me dinner because I buy him dinner or make him dinner every fucking day. And I go pick his ass up from school. I help him. I do all these things for him, buy him shit, you know. So he said, you know what, I got you, Uncle Mark. I'm paying today. And he bought me a hamburger and French fries, and we shared some mozzarella sticks. So like to me, that's a blessing because my 14-year-old nephew bought me dinner. You know, even though it was only once, and I bought him a million dinners, and did a lot of things for him. But it's just that one time that he does it every now and then. It makes me so happy because not only because like he bought me something, but yeah, I feel like I'm being blessed. You know, it's not always me, 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 and funny at the same time. So try to accept the blessings, and if you need help, ask for it. That's the best thing to do, is ask for help. Even if it's spiritual help, mental help, physical help, money help, you know? All right, let me check. Yeah, actually, it will be. Yep. From now until the end of the month, things are going to get better, especially the end of the month. I see again, I got the Ten of Pentacles here at the end. That means family help, family matters, family safety, prosperity, getting money, getting rewards, and getting things from someone. So maybe you might actually get what you want. Um, but what I'm getting here is, like I've been telling you all this time, is you have to be willing to make the effort. You can't be preoccupied with your own ego. You can't live this false prosperity of, I'm not going to get anything. It's not going to happen. I can't get this. I can't get that. Like, you have to make a sacrifice. You have to make this happen. You have to have the fortitude and the perseverance and make the major effort to make it happen. Don't rush into anything. Like you said, baby steps will get you there. Don't go back to follow your old ways, about 5 steps forward, 10 steps back. Um, don't worry about, getting any, being vengeful back to anybody who is, bad to you. Stay away from the conflicting energies, the conflicting influences that come your way from that woman at work or anybody else. Um, but overall, and from now to the end of the month, you can get what you want. I see that when I get the Ten of Pentacles at the end of a reading here at my cards on the spread, it's pretty much telling you that your ancestors, your spirit, people, family matters. They're gonna make you feel secure. They're gonna get you the money you need somehow, some way. That just tells me that things are gonna get better from now to the end of the month, and you'll be fine. You'll get saved, and everything will be fine. I know you doubt this. I know you're suspicious of if this is even going to happen, and you fear it, and you're wondering what's going to happen. You might even feel like ashamed that you're in this predicament, but it's all happening for a reason. Sometimes, shit's got to fall in order to get back up again. Sometimes bad shit's got to happen in order for good shit to happen. You know what they say, for better or for worse, or, you know, um, sometimes you gotta get the bad shit out of the way so the good shit can happen, you know? So I would say that from now to the end of the month, it's going to get better and better as time goes on. But it's only if you make the effort, if you make the sacrifice, if you put your best foot forward. It's telling me over and over here, the more effort you put, the better things are going to work out for you. And family will help you. Some family members will help you. If you say your grandma is going to help, she's going to definitely help. I remember the other day you said, you have a rich cousin, and if you asked him, he would help you. If you have to go that route, then go that route. Just to like save yourself for now. Who knows? And if you don't want to go that route, then something else will come up. You're welcome, Hermana. No problem, sweetheart. All's good. So you and Marty are gonna come to Bermuda, and we're gonna make lobster and steak and barbecue, I walk along the pink sandy beaches. Marley cracks me up. She's so funny. I'm glad you went over there and connected with her. She's a good person. Yeah, she is. She's cool. See, Spirit connected me with her that day, and look, now we're all friends. It's Spirit has a crazy way of bringing people together. It's amazing. It's really cool. Then I look at all the idiots I've had in my life, and now they're all gone, and now all the good people are around. And more and more new, decent people are coming into my life, which is great. Yeah, Rudy, that's what's got to happen, sweetheart. I try to be right. That's my goal. Being right is the way. Being left, you get left out. So right is the right way. You're gonna be fine, Rudy. You just have to make the effort. Absolutely, Harmonic. I've known you for a while now. We make shit happen. We don't have dumb in our chart. We just deal with people that have it in their chart. And like I said, if we have to, have to tie somebody up to the palm tree, some dry rub, you know, we have to deal with them. That's all. So karate. So you be chopping them up. I'll tie them up. You knock them the fuck out, and I'll tie them up. That's all. Then we'll cook them. Rudy, that's the best method. That's the best way. There is no other way. Rudy, there is no other way. And the other day when I read for you and Spirit came through and your sister came through and everybody, and that's just proof right there that there's no reason to give up. There's no reason not to believe in yourself. Having Spirit around you and you know, that's their way of saying, hey, this happened for a reason. You're talking to Mark here and now we're around. So now, make it happen. And like now's your chance because we're here to help you. So that's why I'm telling you, like over and over, that you have to, put in the effort. You can't expect people to just give you a fucking handout, And I know you don't, but sometimes we really need help and we have to go deal with it. And if we put in the effort, the universe says, "Oh, Rudy's definitely making a sacrifice." Okay, so Spirit brings out that pan. All right, Rudy's on the list. She's being a good girl. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Okay, we're gonna bless her. What you think? Okay, I will bless her today. Fuck it. That's how it goes. I'm telling you. They give you a blessing right away when you do the right thing. It happened to my sister. I proved it to her. I said, stop thinking negative. Think positive. Man, my sister gave me more gray hairs this fucking year and last year from being a pain in the ass and not believing in herself. And now she's like the happiest person in the world. But it was so frustrating, like helping her and drilling in her brain that, it's going to be okay. Think positive. Think positive. And people get mad at me because I'm like a fucking broken record. I keep saying I can't stress it enough. Like, you gotta stay positive, man. Because, like, stop complaining about shit. Like, stop worrying. Stop not believing that shit ain't gonna happen. How am I gonna do this? You can do it. You can. You just have to do it. You have to take the initial step. And when you do, you're like, hey, I did it. Oh shit, look at this. You wouldn't believe what happened to me today. I got this and this happened to me. And oh my God, it's a miracle. And that's how it all starts. And then when God and universe and spirit, whatever you want to call it, gives you that hope, that you run with it. You're like, yes, I'm gonna do this now, because now that I got now that I know this is happening, I know I'm gonna get blessed even more if I keep doing what I have to do. And that's how it works. I didn't want to come on here too much because I got pissed off because, like, every time I help people, something bad will happen. Like, people will disrespect me, or I'll get into these vibes where people annoy the shit out of me. And then now it's like all these new people came into my life, and I'm meeting more and more new people every day. And my friends that I've known for a long time have recommended me, talked highly about me, and then their friends like me, and then our friends are all friends with each other. Like, you know how happy I am right now, like deep down inside, that we're all united and we're all happy and we're all together and everybody's getting along. There's no like animosity, there's no jealousy, there's no nothing. There's nothing but fun and happiness and laughing. Half this chat is fucking clogged up with laughing emojis every damn day. You know how happy I am when I see people having fun, and even like the people that like yourself and Esmeralda that came in here, if like feeling negative and feeling bad and feeling not positive. Look how you leave. You leave with hope. You leave with faith. You leave with that sense of knowing, hey, it's not that bad after all. And you know what? Everybody's supporting me. Everybody's making me feel better, and that's how it should be. When I used to come before I had my channel, I used to go in room. I was devastated. I had just broke up. Nothing was going right. Business wasn't that great. Next thing you know, everybody was encouraging me to pursue my gift, get my own channel, and I'm like, nah, bad shit's gonna happen if I do that. I was always negative. Nah, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck these people. Everybody's gonna judge me. Everybody's gonna be like, oh no, you're wrong, and then I'm not really gonna be a psychic. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And every day that went by, please, Mark, help, come on, help people. You can do it. You can do it. We love you. We're going to support you. We're going to come in your room every day. We're going to tell people about you. We're going to help you. And I'm like, nah, this shit ain't going to work. I doubt it. So that's why when people come in here and sound like me, like I was years ago, and if it wasn't for everybody's encouragement and everybody's like kind words, I wouldn't even fucking bother coming on here. So everybody made me like a believer, and that's what I want to do for other people who don't. you know I do, yes, absolutely, because God is us, and we're God. God is us. God is everyone. God is everything. God's a spirit. So if He gave His only Son in flesh for us, then He can give anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? And I explain my gift like this. I never believed in psychics and mediumship. I thought it was bullshit. I always do. I always have thought that this is all bullshit because I was too busy dealing with bullshit psychics and bullshit people. But then when I put my faith in God and I put my faith in myself and I actually, had honest people tell me that I was telling them the truth and it was real, then people made me believers. But God put those people in my path, you know? And I feel like because I earned God's faith, and God said, okay, well, Mark's not going to use this gift for evil, he's going to use it for good. So I'll give it to him. He deserves this gift. And you have to I think about it like this. I tell people all the time that we people who worship God and have God in their heart and believe in Jesus and believe in spirit, that's who they are. God, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, everybody, our parents, our grandparents, our brothers, sisters, when they die and they're all in spirit, they give you signs. They help you. So if you believe that God and Jesus they're a spirit now, right? So we're worshiping a spirit. So why wouldn't this be the same thing? And that's what it all boils down to, is your belief. If you believe it, then you receive it. And then so I didn't believe that I had a gift. I thought it was BS. I thought I was hallucinating. I thought that I was crazy because I hear spirits or see them, see random people that I don't know. So then when I started doing it, that's when I started believing it. And to be honest, this past maybe 6, 7, 8 months that's passed by, it's made me even more of a believer. The amount of shit that's happened to me with mediumship readings, how can it not be a gift from God? How can it not? Because only He has the power. Because when you die and you become a spirit, you're a part of God more. Because your soul and your spirit, He controls that. See, when you're born, you have free will to either worship Him, praise Him, or go to the devil, or just say fuck it. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this. I'm gonna live my life because everything is me, me, me. So God gives you free will because He allows you to come into the world. So you have a choice, and we have a choice every day. You have a choice to be here right now listening to me, or you can say fuck Mark. I'm gonna go to so and so's tarot. Fuck Mark. I'm gonna go somewhere else because I'm sick and tired of hearing Mark talk about God or whatever. So yes, it's definitely a gift from God. Because God blessed me to bless you, to make you a believer in Him. That's why I always talk about God and say that He gave me the gift. Of course. I earned it. I earned that gift. It's been given to me a long time ago, but I earned it. But if I use it in a bad way, then I'm gonna get karma. So I have to use it in an honest way like I do now and always have. So that's what I believe, milk tea. You know? But some people say, oh, it's a demonic gift because you're tapping into spirit. Well, guess what? It's not, because I'm not a demonic person. And when I read for everyone, you guys are devils, then what are you doing in here then? Because this ain't a devil channel, right? You see, I can prove to people every day it is a gift from God because I believe that. Yeah, see, God does, not me. But you know what I'll tell you, Milk Tea, is God gave me this gift, but I still feel unworthy to talk to Him, to be honest. And I'll tell you why, because God is perfect and I'm not. So what gives me the right to talk to Him or think that I can talk to Him personally and have His undivided attention? I'm one of billions of people. that talk to him every day. But see, God is a spirit, and so is everyone else that we have seen in our lives that are passed away. You see what I'm saying? So to me, like, I don't feel like I can say, oh, I spoke to God today and God told me this. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe I'm worthy to talk to someone of such a high power. But then I can also say this: God is everything. God is water. God is earth. God is air. God is fire. God is me. God is you. God is us. God is around me. God is everything. God is the universe. God is spirit, the Holy Spirit. He has many names, right? Even Jesus, I can't say, oh, Jesus, listen to me, bro. You can hang out with me, but you have a million fucking people a billion people you can hang out with too. See, how I look at it is this: God, Jesus, all those higher powers, they send. We're not worthy to receive them. It's just like how in church they say, um, um, before, like, you take the body of Christ in a Catholic religion, right? They say, Lord, I'm not worthy to receive you, but just say the word and I shall be healed. See, those are powerful words right there, even though that's, in that religion, right? But that makes sense to me because I heard it every Sunday. And what that means to me is, if you want to be heard and healed, then you have to say you want to be heard and healed and believe that, right? But I feel like I'm a sinner, I'm not perfect. So who gives me the right to say, oh, I speak to God every day? You know, that's bullshit. You're not you Who the fuck are you to think that you have that power or that privilege to talk to God or to Jesus? Do you know who they are? You know? What I believe is this: God, Jesus, they the most thing in this world is spirit. There has been billions of people in the past umpteen years that have died. The people that are living now are nowhere near as much as the people that have died before us. So spirit is the most powerful being or thing in this earth. Animals have died, people have died. And all the people and animals and things that have died in this world, there's no comparison to the death to the people that are alive. So the people that are alive have to depend on the people that are dead, which is the spirit, right? So God and Jesus says, okay, Mark, you have 6 aunts, 7 uncles, a pair of grandparents, a pair of great grandparents, a pair of great 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 parents, and great 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 fucking uncles, and you have all your ancestors. I assigned them when they died. I told them, look, Mark is going to be born one day. This is going to be someone you're assigned to. I'm going to give him the gift to be a medium and a psychic, and he's going to help people, but he needs your help to help them. So I need you guys to be a spirit army to help Mark, to make sure he gives these people the right answers, and he's going to have faith in you and trust in you to help them. That's your job. Okay, Jessica, you know, you're going to have help from your ancestors and your thing, because God and Jesus ain't worried about you like that, because you're sinners. You're fucking nobody to them. You are assigned, they assign your family to deal with you. That's why it's called a family and ancestors. So why the fuck do people emphasize our ancestors and our past family, right? Because God, that's what God does. That's what Jesus does. They put our family with us. That's why when I read people, I can see your family in your fucking house. I don't see Jesus in your house. I don't see God in your house. It don't work that way. And people can say whatever they want. Because I can guarantee you right now, there ain't no medium that says I see Jesus in your house right now. They say, I see your grandfather, I see your grandmother, I see your fucking dog, I see your cat, I see so and so. They never tell you they see God or Jesus because they're not worthy to see them. You're not. It don't work that way. Because you're not privileged or even there's nobody in this world that's privileged to see those people, that God and Jesus. There's no fucking way. You're not. And some psychics say, oh, I have a direct line to God. You have a direct line to delusional world if you think you're talking to God. You're out of your fucking mind. You know who you're talking to? You're talking to spirit, your ancestors. You're not speaking to God. Who the fuck are you? You crazy? No, no, no. I've said this millions of times on here. It ain't happening. You don't even think that. It don't work that way. You could praise God, yes. You could praise God. Say, God, please help me. And God's going to say, hey, Mark's grandfather, grandma, you hear him? He's calling me. So you guys go deal with him, okay? He's talking to me, but you guys need to deal with him. Go help him. Oh, can I help him, God? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. That's what I believe happens. Whether or not that sounds delusional to you, I don't know. But I feel like that's just, that's just the way I think. That's what I believe. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. But that seems right to me. Yeah. That's deception for people who believe that they're actually talking like that to God. But I honestly feel that God hears me and God sees me, yes. And God acknowledged me enough to give me the gift. But I had to do my work too to receive it and to get it. I had to prove to God that, hey, I'm worthy of it. And that my ancestors will say, hey, look, God, Mark's doing a good job. We're going to continue to help him. He's on the right track. He ain't bullshitting these people, and we're making sure he be humble his ass if something happens, or, as soon as I fuck up, that's it. People are going to be like, yeah, Mark fell off. He's a joke, And that's the thing. When I was drinking, smoking cigarettes and smoking weed, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. That's why God was like, no, we ain't giving you the full gift because you're fucking around. You're fucking around, bro. You need to stop that shit. And when I stopped, bang, everything happened. Everything good happened because I made the sacrifice. And that's what I believe. But you'll never hear me say that I have a direct line to God and God told me this and God told me that. I asked God for his consent to please tap into your spirits and ancestors. And I don't say, oh, God, can you tell me what Jessica needs to know or what milk tea needs to know? No, I don't talk like that. Who the fuck you think you ought to talk to God? God's already got you lined up. What you want him to do? Wipe your ass too? He already put you in the earth with free will. That's the best thing that he can ever give you. What more you want? That's how I look at it. To humble yourself and recognize the real source, exactly. But that's why, like, I feel like I have this gift is because my ancestors trust me, and they, like, my ancestors probably recommended me, say, hey, look, Mark's trustworthy. Why don't you make him a medium? Why don't you make him a psychic? I feel like he can do a good job because he's trustworthy. And God would be like, okay, who put him to the test? Let me write his name down. Who the fuck's this? Mark? Yeah, okay, cool. Let me see what he's about then. Okay, cool. But there's a guy who I know. He's on a psychic website, right? And he says, oh, I have a direct link to God. I talk to God every day. And God this and God that and God does and how all my things are all through God. I have a direct line. I'm looking at this guy saying, don't you know how stupid you sound, bro? And then I got a reading from him like 10 years ago. And not one thing he said happened. Not one fucking thing he said happened to me. So if you had a direct line to God, you'd be the most popular psychic in the world. You'd be a fucking gazillionaire. And you'd be like, God's right hand man. If you're talking to him, you have a direct line to him. And why your reading was wrong? Why nobody talks about you? You see my point? That's my point. Don't say shit like that because it don't exist. You ain't nobody to be talking about that shit. But yes, Milk Tea, to answer your question, yes, God gave me this gift because he knows that I'm capable of using it. He knows I'm going to use it in a good way. But for him, when I do mediumship, I don't see Jesus. I don't see God. That's impossible for me to see because I feel like I'm not worthy to receive their visual presence. And how am I going to know what Jesus looks like because of what people put his picture up? I don't know if that's really him. You know what I'm saying? I hope so, because I've been looking at that image all my life. And see, that's why I don't see them, because I'm not even worthy. And that's okay. I don't mind if I'm not worthy, because neither is everybody else. Because nobody's perfect. How can you be a sinner and see somebody that's perfect? If God is perfect, then how can you be a sinner and see him? Absolutely, I agree. God remains mysterious even through mediumship, because God is everything. So how can you see everything? You know? And that's it. That's just it. And the devil isn't red. The devil isn't the devil's a person. The devil is an actual, the devil is an angel. The devil fell from the sky like lightning. The devil isn't red like how people say he is. That's bullshit. The devil is actually, a person like you and me. The devil's inside people. You can become the devil tomorrow. All you gotta do is worship him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't really like worry about what he looks like. I feel like I trust that he looks like what people say he does. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. Because when I pray, I don't see a face. I don't see that image. I just pray knowing that I'm praying to him. See, that's the difference between what you know and what you don't know. Like, and who's to say that everything in the Bible is real? You know? And who's to say? That's why I don't care about what anything says. What I care about is what I believe in. I believe that God is a spirit, Jesus is a spirit now and always has been. Yes, Jesus came on the earth as a human being, apparently, and sacrificed his life and whatever else. All that stuff is okay. I believe that to a certain extent, yes, and I believe that that story might have existed and might have been there, but at the end of the day, that happened so long ago, right? And at the end of the day, so does everybody else. We are all going to be a spirit one day too. We're going to leave our human form and become a spirit. Like I said earlier, the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death. And when we die, we become a spirit form. And that's why I can see the people around you is because they were once a human being. God is not a human being. God is a spirit, always has been, because God is everything. So how can you see everything? Jesus was a human being and then is now a spirit. But how can I know I'm seeing spirit or seeing Jesus? I don't know what he looks like, and I don't know what your ancestors look like either. But I'll describe him to you and I can see him through spirit. But I never once say, okay, I'm gonna sit here and I want Jesus to show himself to me. So how am I going to use a gift that was given to me to see the person who did everything? Like how am I worthy enough or privileged enough to see that? What makes me privileged enough to see who you are? And why would you reveal yourself to me? And even if you did, how am I know who it really is? And that's why you can't see him. That's why I keep telling people, how could you have such a direct link in your mind and think that you're that privileged of that? You're not, because that shit don't exist. It's not meant for you to see. You've seen images of them through movies, pictures, Bible, things like that. That's the image that they put in our minds, right? But why is it that we don't? A lot of people don't see that. And some people who claim they see him and come to him, right? Some people who say that, how do we know they're telling the truth? Because a lot of people, they live off of seeing is believing. So if I told you Bermuda had pink sand and you're like, yeah, right. And you came here and you picked up the sand, you were like, oh, fuck, your sand is pink. No shit. Or seeing is believing. So, but somebody can program their mind to say, Bermuda ain't got no fucking pink sand. Are you fucking nuts? Sand is either black or peach or white or beige. How the fuck is there pink sand? Bermudians are delusional. That's bullshit. Or they dyed it, or they colored it pink. It's bullshit. I don't believe that. So if you don't believe it, then you ain't gonna believe it. But if you do believe it and you see it, then you say, okay, well, yeah, I believe it now because I'm got it in my hands. And, I thought that this was bullshit, right? It's just like when people come to me for their first mediumship reading. I've never got a mediumship reading. I don't really believe it. I don't believe in mediums. but then I make you a believer. Because how do I know what you know if you never told me, or I don't even know you? Right? So I've made you a believer with the gift of God. I rest my case. That's it. There's nothing else to say. It's up to you. If you believe it, you'll receive it. If you don't believe it, that's up to you. I'm never going to tell you believe in God or else you'll die. I'm not going to tell you if you don't believe in God, don't come to me. I don't care. I've read for Muslims. I've read for Catholics. I've read for people who don't even believe in God. I don't judge you. I don't care. You can believe in whatever you want. What I believe in doesn't mean you have to believe in it. Just like the Bermuda Triangle, people are like, oh, that's bullshit. I don't care. Nothing to do with me. I live in Bermuda, not the fucking Bermuda Triangle. So you believe in what you want. Not my problem. Exactly. And that's why it's free will for us to believe what we want. And if you don't believe in God, that's okay. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. One of my close friends don't believe in God. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I still love you. You're still my friend. It's okay. You don't have to believe in it. It's not my problem. And I don't look at you different because you don't. Because some people need to see to believe. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that I'm right and you're wrong, or you're wrong and I'm right? That comes down to free will again. That's why the world and life is a fascinating thing. You know why I believe in God? Because not because I was told to, not because I'm supposed to, right? It's because things have happened to me. And I know it's God. I know God's got my back. I know God put me in the right place at the right time. I'm going to actually read you something. Jessica, you can ask your question when you're ready. I see you donated. Thanks, sweetheart. I'm gonna read something to you. Let me find it real quick. It says, I believe in God not because my parents told me to, not because my church told me to, but because I've experienced His presence and workings in my life and how awesome He is. Because I've experienced His presence, not His looks, not what He looks like, but His presence, His workings in my life, and how awesome He is to me. That's why I believe in God. Simple, right? A lot of people believe in things they don't see because you feel it, right? So that's like your mom or your dad dies, right? And you feel them in spirit next to you, or something happens where you're like, I know that's my mom. You don't say, I know that's God. You say, I know that's my mom. Look, she would have done that. You know, I woke up this morning and there was like this was on the ground, and I know that was my mom that did that in spirit. Or I know so and so would have done this. Or I feel it. Or why did this happen? Because the spirit, you. What you think? And how could you not believe after like you've all seen me do this in here, and you know it's not bullshit. It's real. And that's why like I'm more of a believer in God now. Because when you die, what do they say? You come before God, right? There's pearly gates. You got to see if you're worthy enough to go to heaven or to hell. So God gave you free will when you were born, and he also gives you free will when you die. Because when you die, I feel like God says, well, let's have a recap of what your life on earth was like when I gave you free will. You were a bad SOB. You did this, you did that, you sinned, you did this, you did that. But before you died, you acknowledged me. You said you love me. You said you want me to spare your life. You said you wanted me to put you in heaven. But heaven is a place on earth for you, son. You're not worthy to be next to me. None of you mofos are, because you ain't perfect like me. That's why I stand alone. But guess what? You can go back to earth and be a spirit. You're gonna go help your friends and your family. You can help whoever you want. That's my free will to you. You go back to earth as a spirit. You can't hang out here in heaven with me. Are you out of your damn mind? You're not going to hell because you don't believe in the devil. You ain't been that bad. You ain't killed nobody. I'll forgive your sins. Go back to earth as a spirit. Here you go. Bye. Here's your portal. Look, Mark's going to do a mediumship reading for somebody. You go talk to them. Yeah? Smell you later. Okay, God. And you don't see nothing. You just hear it. That's what I believe. And what I believe doesn't make sense to you, then that's okay. Don't judge me. Don't disrespect me because I'm not going to do that to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who say to me, Mark, I don't believe in God. Mark, I don't believe Jesus is that person you see. I don't believe that shit. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, if you don't believe it, that's okay. Guess what? You know what I tell people like that? I say to people, look, when you become sick and you're on your deathbed, I want you to tell me, who are you going to call upon when you need healing? Hey, Joey, how are you, my brownie twin? You good? Good to see you. Do you know that there's so many people who don't believe in God and they get sick or they're in a really bad place and they don't know who to turn to? So they say, well, they say there is a God. Well, God, if you exist, prove to me you do. Do something. And God's like, this mofo, man. All right, fuck. I'm gonna have to prove myself to this idiot. So God sends spirit and says, look, just help this idiot out. They don't believe in me, but we'll make them a believer today. And then after that, we'll see what happens. And that's when people find out that there is a God when they need him the most. And God becomes that person's convenience. And then that person becomes a believer or a deceiver or a convenience when they need God, when they have something wrong. That happens millions of times. Am I still celebrating my birthday? Absolutely. All the until the 20th of February, until Aquarius is finished, then I'll be celebrating. So I still got a few more days left. I'm gonna celebrate right until the cusp. I celebrate with brownies and cake and things that I shouldn't be eating. Tonight I had a nice steak on the barbecue. I made barbecue hot dogs for my nephew. I had rice, mushrooms, onions, and I had some baby lobsters, like two of them. They look like little shrimps, but they're called guinea chicks. I mean, yeah, if you want me to celebrate right up until the 29th, then I am a February baby, so I might as well celebrate the whole February, including Pisces season. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll do that. You know. Yeah, I call them baby lobsters. They're called guinea chicks. They're like a smaller version of a lobster. The meat is a little sweeter and smaller, obviously. But yeah, glad you're doing well. Jessica, you said, "What's my purpose in life?" How is tarot cards going to tell you that? Your purpose in life is whatever you want it to be. That's your purpose in life, is whatever you want to be. You know, when I was young and nobody told me, you know, that I'm going to be a business owner, a medium, psychic, psycho, an a-hole, funny. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, funny or anything like that, but that's something like you're like the I can pull cards and see what I get, but your purpose is what you're doing now. Your life purpose is whatever you're doing now is what you're supposed to be doing. But we all do different things. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. You see? Yeah. But that purpose doesn't get determined every, and when you're 1, 2, 3, or 20, or 30, or 40, that's just something that you end up reflecting on in the end. Like for me, my life purpose is to be true to myself and true to be others. That's my life purpose to me. Is I want to be as true and as decent of a person and humble as I can. I don't want to be an asshole, a cheater, a piece of shit, or like, a bad person. I want to be good. But some people want to be, their life purpose is to destroy shit. So if I get the tower, the 9 of swords, and the 10 of swords, okay, Jessica, your life purpose is to destroy homes and be a home wrecker. You know what I'm saying? Your life purpose is for whatever you want to be and whatever you become. And God, has a plan for us, but we have to go through with it. Like I told you earlier, and like I said earlier, I didn't want to be a medium. I didn't want to be a psychic because I didn't believe in it. I didn't care for it. It was not to me. I was like, this is bullshit. And I always wondered why I heard voices in my head, why I saw people, and why, I had this weird gift. And then when I embraced it, then I was like, well, this is my life purpose. I'm supposed to do this shit. But I feel like we have more than one life purpose, sometimes 2, 10, 20. Like me, I feel like I have many life purposes. You know, I became a full time uncle because these kids' father and mother abandoned them. My brother's wife abandoned his kids and him. So I became a full time uncle, helping them out, making sure they're okay. Same thing with my nephews here. Their father abandoned them. So, God said, your purpose is to help these kids. Whether or not you want to, that's up to you. You see what I'm saying? Your life purpose is to deal with idiots, but you had children from them. So your life purpose is to be the best mother you can be. Your life purpose is to do the job you do now because you love doing it. Your talent is whatever. So that's your life purpose. You can answer that question why you're the way you are. You're the way you are because you want to. You have free will. You're the way you are because you want to be. If you want to be a hoe, you can be a hoe. You want to be a housewife, you can be a housewife. You want to be a nurse, you can be a nurse. You're the way you are because you put yourself in your own predicaments and your ways. You see what I'm saying? You're the way you are because you want to be. If somebody said to you, "Hey, look, what do you want? What do you want to be?" But the cards ain't gonna tell me nothing about those things because I'm telling you what the answer is. I think you just like asking questions. I need to take your temperature. How's the dog doing? She's fine. She's right behind me. This way. Oh, you can't see her. Just a little bit. Yeah. It's all right, Jessica. I'm gonna ask for you. Let me be the smart Aquarius here, okay? Obviously, you have Scorpio in your chart, and it's showing. Yeah, she's snoring away, Joey. Yep, she's snoring away. I gave her a hot dog today. I made 2 hot dogs for my nephew, and there was one left, and I didn't want to put it back in the fridge, right? So I cut up the hot dog in pieces, and she was like, she already knew it was for her. She's a psychic too. She's like, yeah, Mark's gonna give me food. He's got that hot dog. He's got it in his hand. He's chopping it up. Mm, that shit's going in my bowl. I'm gonna eat it. And I put like 10 little pieces. I cut the hot dog all up in pieces. Bang. Yes, but your purpose is what you want to be. That's what I'm trying to tell you, woman. You're not listening. What is wrong with you? Your life purpose is what you want to be. What do you want to? It's like when you leave school, right, and you go to college, and you say, okay, I want to be a nurse. So your life purpose is to be a nurse, a good one at that, not a corrupt one. But it's up to you to be a good nurse or a bad nurse. And then some people, like for instance, my neighbor, right? She went to school to be a lawyer. She got fed up of being a lawyer. So after that, she went to be a school teacher. And then she said, fuck that, I don't want to be a school teacher. I want to be a yoga instructor. So now she's a yoga instructor. So her life purpose, she thought, was to be a lawyer. Then she said, fuck that, I want to be a teacher. Then she said, fuck that, I want to be a Pilates yoga instructor. She posted up her story the other day and was saying about all the things she's been through. So our life purpose is whatever we make it and whatever we want it to be. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what it is. You know? You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Your family is always going to be your family, whether you want it to be or not. Exactly. All right. So what the cards I've got here is it's saying that you need to you need to handle matters with enjoyment, talk. I got the justice card here, so I don't know if you want to be like a lawyer, but it's saying you got to be more fair, more reasonable, find balance, you know, and you'll get this life purpose of being good and having and making the right actions, being a studious and intent person, being loyal, offering your service and offering and going towards, being a helpful and trustworthy person is your life purpose. If that's what you want me to tell you through the cards. I get a lot of trust. I get a lot of good intentions, being a good person. That's your life purpose, is being a good person. That's what the cards are telling me. Being a good person, being trustworthy, being loyal, having good intentions. So are you that person right now? That's what you have to ask yourself. And you enjoy speaking to people, having fun with people, handling matters, having the agility to handle matters, you know, those things. Your life purpose is to be a good person and continue to be a good person. And that should be everybody's life purpose. Your life purpose is not to doubt yourself, not to have anxiety, not to be embarrassed, not to be indecisive, not to be uncertain, not to be hesitant. Like I've been telling you for the past umpteen weeks. That's your life purpose, to be good, not to be bad, not to doubt, not to hesitate, to believe and receive. And if you do that, that's it. Our life purpose should always be good intentions for yourself. Self-love is the best love. My life purpose can change in a couple years from now. I might give up my business as a maintenance person and electrician. I might give this up and become a computer technician if I want to. And then I would say that this is my life purpose because I love it so much. I'd rather fuck around with computers all day and be happy. See what I'm saying? Your life purpose changes. It's whatever you want it to be. That's everybody. Everybody does that, Jessica. That's a part of life. And, that's why I made those cards. It says, don't give 100% if you're not receiving 100%. Only give 100% to those who give you 100%. I discussed this many times. You can give 100 to whoever you want, but if you're not receiving it, then why should you give it? But you know what? There's a I'm gonna read something to you. You just reminded me about something. talking about all of this stuff. Let me read this to you. I found this today in my apartment when I was cleaning up. And being that we're talking about religious things and God and Jesus and all that type of stuff, right? You just reminded me about something that I read today. I found this today. It's a picture of Mary, right? Mother of Jesus, yeah. And on the back of it has a prayer. It says the Mother Teresa prayer. I'm going to read this for all of you that are listening. I read it today and I said, that's definitely right. So I want you to listen to this, okay? People are often, hold on a sec. Let me get something real quick. Give me a sec. All right, now I'm ready to read it. Listen to this very carefully. This says, hey, calm down over there, yeah? I'm trying to read a prayer. Snore some other time, okay? Calm down. Okay. People are often unreasonable, irrational, and self centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, because if you are kind, people may accuse you of being selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others will destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough, but give your best anyway. Amen. When I read that today, I was like, I'm doing that now. I'm doing that right now. I'm living that prayer right now and have been living that prayer. And I've been preaching that and didn't even read. I've never read that before. And when I read that today, that's the second time I've read it. When I read that today, the sun was shining on it, and I was reading it because it's very, very fine print, and I can barely read it, right? And I was like, look at this shit. Everything I just read, I've been doing. Especially the part where it says, I'll read it again, sure. Yep. Actually, I wonder if I put it up here, I can't read it. See how like small reading it is? Yeah. I have like a magnifying glass and my glasses to read it because it's so freaking small. So it says, people are often unreasonable, irrational, self centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some unfaithful friends and some genuine enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and sincere, people may deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, others will destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten. Do good anyway. Give the best you have, and it will never be enough. Give your best anyway. So this is basically saying, no matter what happens, do you. Do the best thing you can for yourself. Fuck them anyway. That's basically what it's saying in a nice way. If someone's jealous of you, who cares? Do what you have to do anyway. If someone don't like you, who gives a shit? Do what you have to do anyway. And how many times have I said on every damn live, I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm going to do what I want anyway. How many times do I tell people, stop worrying about what people think about you? Do what you have to do anyway. Just do what you want. Who cares what they think? I've been preaching this to my sister for like ever. And she's slowly catching on to not giving a fuck about what people say. So that is the Mother Teresa prayer. Exactly. Yep. Yep. You're welcome. I'm glad I shared that today and got reminded. Thanks for reminding me of that, Jessica, because talking to you, I got reminded of that. Yes, I know, but you got to do shit anyway. See, you're tired of the bullshit. You think we all aren't? We're all tired of the bullshit. But see, that's why that prayer says what it says. Even if you're tired of the bullshit, be you anyway. Do what you have to do anyway. Who cares? You know? Just do what you have to do. That's why it says anyway a million times. Any way you want it, you can have it. You just got to do it. And that boils down to your life purpose. Your life purpose is whatever you want. See, that prayer is like a life purpose prayer. That's your answer. You know? That is your answer right there. Whatever you want to be, do it anyway. Who cares if people are genuine haters, genuine enemies? Who cares if they're fucked up? Who cares if they're bad? These people are trying to make you feel like you're bad. Oh, you're not doing the right thing. Yeah, exactly. That prayer is perfect. I love that. I'm so glad I found that today. See, I've been home, cleaning, looking at stuff, checking things, and I don't even know who gave me that. I don't even know where I got that from, but I just found it in all my stuff that I had. I don't know where I got it from. I can't remember where I got it from. I probably got it from church when I went one time. I don't know. Yeah, Mother Teresa was a living miracle. Absolutely, I agree. Yep. And that's why that prayer makes so much sense because I live that life now. Absolutely, that's for everybody. Yeah. No problem, sweetheart. All good. The bullshit that we go through is a life's lesson, and it's a part of our life's purpose. You know. Yep. hmm A lot more people should be like her. And you know what, Joey, when you just said that, it reminded me about what I say on here. And a lot of people, some people think that I'm crazy because I don't do it. But see how you said she gave up a life of wealth to help the sick. And I'm not Mother Teresa, and I don't even would never compare myself to her. But what she did, she gave up a life of wealth to help the sick. And that's how I feel when I come on here. I can make more money and I can do this as for a living. And I can do it here in Bermuda and make hundreds and I can make thousands of dollars off of it. But why would I give up my personal life my freedom to like be bombarded by people all day and just to make up a whole pile of money. So I feel like I'm giving up a wealthy life to help people for less and to help people for free and to help people, period. Because I don't care about money and shit like that. Because when I die, I can't take my money with me. I can't take my cards with me and my fucking oracle cards and my tarot cards and my hats and my shirt. It's impossible. You can't. So I feel like, that I've given up a life of possible wealth and money just so I can like help people and be okay with it. And anybody could. A lot of people can do that right now, but they choose not to because they rather help instead of be rich and be depended on by other people. Because when you're rich, everybody knows you are. So they're going to come knocking on your door. Hey, you got some money for me? Can you please help me? I know you're rich. Can you lend me some money? I'll pay you back. Oh, you need to give me this because you got it. So being rich ain't all that great. So you might as well be humble. You might as well be humble and just help people. Money ain't everything, but it can be the only thing in your life. And when it is, you don't have a life. And that's why when most people have money, they wish they didn't. You know how many popular people that have money and movie star? You know what Cristiano? I don't know if you guys know Cristiano Ronaldo. He's one of the best soccer players in the world. He's got $1 billion. He's got a lot of money. He's one of the richest people in the world, athletes in the world. And he says that he doesn't like being popular and he doesn't want to be rich. And he just wishes he can live a normal life sometimes. He says being rich, everybody comes to you. There's been basketball players that came from nothing and became millionaires, and their cousins, their aunts, their uncles all came out for handouts. So I agree with that, Joey, about how Mother Teresa gave up a life of wealth to help the sick because that's her life purpose. She didn't care about wealth. She cared about health and helping people, which a lot of people should do. So yeah, see, everything happens for a reason. I was meant to read that today and find that today. And I'm so glad I remembered to share that. I was actually thinking about saying that prayer every time I go live now because a lot of people need to hear that. A lot of people need to hear that. To hell with what people think and believe about you. Just do it anyway. Be who you are. Don't hold back. And I tell people to do that all the time. I do it. I'm living. I live that prayer right now. I live that prayer. Everybody told me, don't go on your own. Don't start your own business. You're out of your mind. You're doing it during a recession. You're not going to make it. You've never been to college. You don't know what you're doing. You're not certified. Here I am 16 years later laughing at them. I did it anyway. People would tell me, oh, psychic stuff, bullshit. Mediumship is demonic. Tarot cards is evil. I didn't care. I did it anyway. I've been here for almost 5 years now. I did it anyway. I love that prayer. I'm going to post that up. I'm going to screenshot that post and put it up. That made my day today, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. You get the reminder, Yeah, milk tea. I think I'm I think it is a good idea. I'm gonna do it. If I remember every day, I'll do it. Yep. Yeah. I remember I saw like her the movie, the documentary of her. Yeah, I saw the movie and whatever it was at the time. I saw it years ago. Yeah, she was a saint. My mom always talks about her too. Oh yeah, Princess Diana can never compare to Mother Teresa. Hell no. Princess Diana to me was trying to get away from hell. She got caught up in hell. That's exactly what this that whole royalty era of the British people are. The whole delusional, demonic people. Anyway, fuck those people. And you're like a dictator, and you're like a person who thinks you're royalty. Just like a guy said one time. I'll tell you a story that happened. Hey Tristan, I'm doing good, bro. How are you? You know, it made me laugh one day is you know, the Boston Celtics, my basketball team that I like. Um, what's the guy? What's the Prince guy? Is it Prince Charles and his wife? They were at the game in front row, and or Prince William or whatever his name is. I can't remember. I don't really follow that shit too much. Um, my king is Jesus and God, so I don't care about all that shit. So yeah, those two were at the game, and they asked the Celtics coach because he's very yeah, there you go, yeah, those two. They were at the Boston Celtics game in Boston, and they asked the coach after the game, "Oh, did you see the royal family here at the game?" And he goes, "I didn't know Jesus, Mary, and Joseph was here. That's the only royal family I know." And everybody laughed, and he was like, "I don't acknowledge them. I only acknowledge one royal family, and that's the royal family." And when he said that, I was like, what a great answer to the media and to those people. And if those people heard him say that, they must have been like, well, we don't have no response for that. It was perfect. It was the perfect response. And I saw it like live too that day. And I was like, wow, I would have never have thought that guy would have said that. And it made me so happy when he said that. So, you know, you hear things and you see things and people say shit like, and it makes you realize stuff, how dopey people are and how stupid like things are in the world. It's all good, Jessica. I know how to deal. I know how to deal with it. You know, I don't judge you. I try to help you. That's all. But yeah, Joey, you're right. Um, to me, Princess Diana got caught up in the wrong situation and the wrong people. I genuinely feel like she was a good person and she wanted to do a lot of good for humanity and for people, but unfortunately, you know, she got sacrificed and she got pretty much saved from the devil themselves, all those people, her husband and their family. She married the wrong person, like most people do. Her choices were bad, but her intentions were good. Unfortunately, she got caught up with the wrong people. Yeah, she got married too young and to a bad person. You know, that guy's evil. That guy's evil, man. He's no good. I remember like when he was out in the public, like last year sometime, he was out in the public and he got egged. People threw shit at him. He's an evil bastard. All of them are. They're all wicked people. But hey, what do I know? All the Holly weirdos. Everybody's getting exposed this year anyway. Well, they say the good die young. Well, she believed that, she wasn't going to be, messed around with and kidnapped and dealt with that way, because she probably felt protected by God. But God did protect her, though, took her away from the evil. That's how I kind of look at it. Hey, Hermana. Diamond's finally up. Anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here. It's like 2:40 in the morning. I gotta get my ass to bed. Time flies. I've been on here for 3 hours. I was on earlier. I need to go get some sleep, some beauty rest. But I had a good time today. It was a good day. The energy was great. Unfortunately, it's super late here and I need to get out of here and go get some rest. But I enjoyed my time. Um, I like talking about things like this, and I like talking, about my opinion and not getting judged. And I feel like we're all adults, and we can talk about things and agree to disagree, and put our opinions out there and say what we have to say and be free to say what we want and you know share our experiences and our thoughts. And I always like to learn from my elders, and I always like to listen to what everybody has to say. And I like the way everybody respects my opinions and my advice, and I appreciate that always. To me, this is not for entertainment purposes only. It's actually real, but sometimes I gotta cover my ass, for people that are, got dumb in their chart. Yes, I'll be back tomorrow for show. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm gonna actually be here during the Super Bowl, so I'm not really like worried about the Super Bowl because those teams suck and they're not my teams. But I'll be on here. I'll be hanging out. If you guys want to hang in here and you don't really care about the Super Bowl, I'll be here during it and I'll have it on in the background and just looking at it here and there and talking shit. And we'll have like our own Super Bowl party. Alrighty. Good seeing you, Joey, Jessica, Ilda, Tristan, Milk Tea. Good seeing you again. Glad you're okay. Stay busy. And I will see you all tomorrow or next time. Enjoy your weekend and your Sunday. And I will be here tomorrow at some point in time. Alrighty? Take care. Love you guys.